Hello. We're doing a Let's Play today of a kinetic short story by Kaylin Sandell called Returns. This is a game made with an engine called Twine, and for those of you who are unfamiliar with the form, it's going to look a lot like reading a web page. Typically in this genre, you might get presented with A or B choices as links, but also very commonly, you will have a story where certain words pop, or sometimes you got to scan through the text trying to find a thing that the text wants you to find. I don't know what this is going to be like. I don't know what this is going to be about. I asked my friend Kaylin. She recommended this, and I'm going to try it and give her an honest, unvarnished reaction that should fit with the theme of Smooch Month here. You're going to hear me reading a lot of this aloud, and I'm going to be trying to be gentle and trying to be focused. One of the things I find with games of this ilk is that it's very easy to fall out of the space where we are mindful of what we are doing. And that can make it challenging to really focus on the words that are being said and the ideas that are being communicated. So come with me now as we try something a little different. After hours of driving in silence, I arrive at the beach. By the time I pull into the little visitor's lot by the boardwalk, the sun is low on the horizon, its bent rays staining the surface of the ocean with a vibrant pink. I roll my station wagon into the rightmost of the 6 empty spaces, kill the engine, pull the keys from the ignition. For a few moments, I just sit there in the near silence. I can feel a sob lurking deep in my chest, but I choke it down and leave the car. Sob. I hold the knot in my chest down until it suffocates, spreading its dying stress into my muscles. Unable to stand my own presence any longer, I open the car door and step out. I look out over the beach. I've never been here before, but I knew that this is the place I needed to be. Boards likely placed and replaced over centuries nestle a path into the sand, which I follow towards the colourful horizon. I knew. But my dreams showed me that this was the place where I needed to be. Boards likely placed and replaced, which I follow. It felt shorter in the dream. I walk for several minutes, the knot in my chest getting worse, and the duffel strap digging into my shoulder. It's my duffel bag, but the contents are not mine. She showed me where the twice stolen thing was. She'd be right about the house too, right? Right? She. The Undine showed me where the twice stolen thing was. The contents are not mine. The contents belong to a stranger. It felt shorter in the dream. I walk for several minutes, the knot in my chest getting worse, and the duffel strap digging into my shoulder. I walk. When I finally see the beach house, I can't tell whether my light-heartedness is from relief or anxiety. It takes a few more minutes to reach the stoop of the house, but at last I do. I manage to reach the door, only to stop in my tracks, hesitating. I'm standing in front of a small beach cottage, a welcome mat under my feet. All is quiet as the sun sets over the horizon. I raise my hand to the door. All is quiet? The only sound I can hear is the gentle roar of the surf as the sun sets over the horizon. I raise my hand to the door. I rap my knuckles against the wooden door. "Minute," she calls from inside. The duffel weighs heavy on my shoulder. She? Someone. Huh. I wait. She, the woman I saw in my dreams, opens the door. She looks surprised. I introduce myself, tell her my name. I can't get out why I'm here. "Do you have bad news?" she asks. "You look so sad. Are you okay?" Surprised. She looks beautiful. I reassure her. I sob involuntarily. "Please come inside," she says, and I do. I tell her that I've just had a breakup. It's not about my visit. I'm about to explain why I'm here, but she interrupts. "Oh, dear heart, sit down and talk to me," she says, gently guiding me inside. "I know from breakups. I fell for a man once, and he treated me like a queen until the moment I showed him any backbone. You ever know someone like that?" I nod. "I had to give up every worldly thing I had to walk away from him," she tells me, sitting side by side on a futon couch. "But he couldn't have me, not after what he did. I couldn't bear it. Do you know what I mean, dear stranger?" I nod again. "By the look on your face, you really do," she says with a rueful little smile, reaching up to brush away a tear I hadn't realized I'd shed. "Almost sounds we fell in love with the same man." I nod one final time and heave the duffel bag onto my lap. "We did," I say, and unzip the bag. For a few moments, she's too stunned to react, seeing the smooth grey pelt peeking through the open bag. "Is that—" I push the bag towards her on the table. "Yes." She reaches into the bag. With an expression of disbelief, she lifts the heavy, smooth hide from the bag, pressing it to her skin to her skin. Tears well in her eyes. "It is." She pulls me into a crushing embrace, thanking me over and over as tears run down her face. I cry too, my emotions rushing too fast and too loud to identify. It's a while before we stop crying. 5 minutes later, she served me a cup of decaf coffee, and I'm telling her about the strange dreams, about meeting the Undine and being shown where to go to. I tell her how it wasn't until I found her pelt in my fiancé's closet that I had the courage to go. "I stole it back," I tell her, "and now you're free." "And so are you, dear heart," she insists. "Yes," I sigh. "I'm free. Horribly, miserably free. Sorry, I'm still... It's fine." We talk for a while. The Selkie offers me this house that she built since she won't need it after she's returned to the sea. I accept since there's nothing left for me at the home I shared with him. We toast, and she kisses me, and then a sleek creature disappears into the darkening water. I walk back to my new home. 2 days later, she returns. 3 weeks later, and for many weeks thereafter, her pelt rests neatly folded in an unlocked box at the foot of our bed. Playing through these games is always a little challenging, because my natural impulse is to rush, and my other natural impulse is to commentate. And I need to make sure, especially when dealing with this kind of story, to let it unfold in its own time. It is a story that is a little bit heartbreaking and a little bit tragic because of the story that had to happen to get where it is. On the other hand, it is warm and sweet and smells of the sea. We have a lot of stories like these about women, supernatural women often, trapped in bad relationships. And I greatly appreciate the way that Kaylin has resolved here with this to tell the story where the Selkie can be happy. Happy Smooch Month, everyone.